Hey guys, thanks for joining us tonight on another episode of Monday Night Slot Car Live, where we go live with the community. And as you can see, we have a special box in the house tonight, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But first, let's see how everyone's doing. How you guys doing tonight? It's another Monday night. We're here talking slot cars. How great can it be? We're talking about Carrera's new thing. And we're here looking at some really great Revos tonight. Oh, yeah. And my 3,000 subscriber. I want to thank you guys all for making it happen. Thank you very much, everybody. Absolutely fantastic. We should be getting a guest in a little bit. My guess is he's forgotten that my show changed times. So we may catch up with him in a little bit. But when he gets here, he'll be here. All right. So as usual, let's see who's in the house before we get going. We've got a big show again tonight, as usual. And like I said, we'll also get into the box, and we'll have a look at what's in the box. So like I said before, I like to do a little bit of all scales. This is a slot car show. This is not 100% HO. This is not 100% large scale. This is slot car, as you can see above here. Now, I know there are other major slot cars, but the ones that I'm going to cover, because I could only do so much, is I will be following Carrera and Revoslot. So for all your Carrera and Revoslot news, this will be your go-to source. As you all know, I've been showing now the brand new Revo 510s for 3 weeks. Fantastic cars. All right. So let's see who's in the house. I want to thank you all for being here. First off, let's set the tone. What do you guys say? Shall we do it? All right. So what do we got here? Maybe some low and slow just to get her going. Now, I've been told the music has been too loud before, and well, you should be able to hear me talk over it now. In fact, it's too low. It's too low. Hang on. Here we go. All right. So here we go. Let's see who's in the house tonight. All right. Robert Fish in the house. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate it, brother. Thanks for being here. And Robert's been with me since day one, brother, and I want to thank you very much for that. Absolutely fantastic. And it's actually Robert who sent me this fine little box we're going to have a look at in a few minutes. But I want to thank you very much for your friendship, Robert, and thank you very much for your help in the slot car world. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, brother. Doug Verberidge, I think you've been with me since pretty close to Robert there since day one. I want to thank you, brother. I appreciate it. HSF Racing, man, love your logo, brother. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Welcome. Chris, thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Welcome. Awesome. Harry's in the house. Harry, thanks for joining us, Harry. If you guys haven't checked out Harry's newest videos, make sure you do so. Got that wicked 4-lane he's building. Awesome. Thanks for being here, brother. I appreciate it. Hey, Harry. Awesome. No Drama's in the house, yo. Thanks for joining us, No Drama. I appreciate it, brother. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine a live stream without Dennis Osborne. Thank you, brother. I absolutely appreciate you. You've been with me almost the whole time as well, and I do thank you for that. Thank you very much. Thick and thin, Dennis has always been there. Radman, thanks for joining us, Radman. Awesome. Hello and welcome. I could be wrong, but is it your first time being here? And if it is, welcome. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to the slot community. There he is. Clearwater's in the house. I was just laughing about thinking about you crawling across your table to reset all your track. Oy. Good luck, brother. Make sure you tape it all. It should be make for some good content. Absolutely. Slot Car Hub's in the house. Thank you from Australia, brother. Awesome. Absolutely fantastic. All right. So you're from Minnesota, Radman. Is that what you're saying? Right below us, pretty much. It's a climb, yeah. The best part about it will be don't cut any of the cut. Don't do any cut scenes. Just film it straight through. It'll be awesome. Everyone will appreciate it. Awesome. Right on, Radman. So you're pretty much like right there. Cool. It's good to see. So let's put this up there. All right. So let's MB Auto Details in the house. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Welcome. All right. So what should we do first, guys? Carrera or Revoslot? Oh, wait. Sorry. Let's put a pause on that. We have this box here that I need to get into. So let's do that quickly. And then we'll move on, and we could do the decision whether we're going to do the Revo or the Carrera first, because to me, they're both exactly, I can get them rolling exactly the same. Okay, so we have the box from Robert Fish. I'm just going to open it up here. It's just the box. I'll just open it up, no biggie. And of course, anytime you send something, always make sure it's closed up properly. Okay. This is like my first time opening a box ever, I think. All right, folks. Now we're gonna have a talk. We're gonna have a talk about this car, but tonight's not gonna be that night. But what we are gonna do is are you guys ready? Yep, you guessed it. It's the 55 Badman, the Pro Tinker Toys exclusive. Too bad more of these aren't available. They may be one day. Like I said, we'll talk about that another day. For now, let's put it on the little wheelie bird and let it go around and watch it for a while. Now let me fix that for you guys. All right. So there it is. Absolutely fantastic looking car, HO scale, of course, and of course that is it should be called Radman. No doubt. Hey brother, there you go. Hey, maybe you could do your own exclusive, call it the Radman. All in one piece. I know, eh? Check that out. It made it, brother. Oh, what a sweet looking car. Guys, make sure you check out the full review. It will be coming very, very soon. Absolutely. The car is very striking, and there is certainly a story behind it. And, you know, me in the HO slot car world, I get behind the issue, not in front of it. So Looks like we got Revo, we got Revo, we got Carrera. That's 2 Revos and 1 Carrera. It looks like we're going into Carrera time, or Revo time. Pardon me, folks. All right, so we're going to the Marcos. We'll start it off with the Marcos. So, well, we certainly got to know what we're dealing with, but we need to. Where is that comment? There it is. Okay. So yeah, it should be called Radman. Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's have a look at these absolutely sweet cars. Oh my gosh, so awesome. All right, here we go. Stop drooling, Dan. Wipe it off. Could be this one. There we go. All right. So, as you can see, we will be having a look at the brand new Revoslot Marcos LM600s. There's some really nice liveries here. Raul's in the house. Thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. We're just looking at the Revoslot Marcos right now. Oh, there's Harry. And there's Raul. Thanks for joining us, brother. All right. So here we go. So what we're going to look at here are the 6 new cars and the various liveries that come with these cars. Now, from an HO standpoint, all of these cars have spot-on liveries purely because they're all registered trademarks. They're all real racing-looking cars. In actuality, these cars look like the actual race cars. So, of course, what we have here is the Revoslot Marcos LM600, of course, the STP version. And as you can see, the styling of these cars is absolutely fantastic. Revo does a spot-on, magnificent job, I guess you could say, about how they're dealing with their cars, because this is absolutely amazing. So we'll have a look through the cars, guys, and then we'll talk a little bit about the favorite ones. We'll bump back, have another look. The styling is fantastic on these cars. It really is. So that was the STP. Oh, I appear to have cut the hood off. So let's put that piece back there. There we go. Ah, the magic of television. All right. All right. So who in the house where's our elf fans? This car looks great. Delivery on this car is absolutely fantastic. Man. John's in the house. Thanks for joining us, John. Welcome. Swift Slot's in the house. Thanks for joining us, guys. Right on. You got here just in time. Marcos, I do have to agree with you. The Marcos body does have a very interesting look to it. The liveries, though, for the large part, for me, I really like pretty much all of these liveries. So keep an eye on your favorite, guys. Remember, there are 6 of them. Yeah, it does have a very strange look, like big at the front, kinda. And then great looking livery. Great looking livery. Here's the Valvoline car. Yeah, they've done a really, really great job of this. It does look kind of viperish. There's no question about it. It kind of has that look to it over the front. Yeah. There's the Castrol. See, all these liveries to me are really nice. They're full-fledged sponsorships. They really exude like a racing style feeling to them. Certainly, if you're a Marcos fan, you're probably really having a problem on which car you want in your collection. They sure are nice looking liveries, though. See this shell one here. Yes, they certainly have, John. They've really come a long way. Absolutely. And here's the shell livery. To me, the shell livery is probably my favorite, but we're not near the end yet. We're still moving that way. And of course, here's the chassis that they build the Marcos on. I like showing the chassis because Revo does a really good job of showing all the parts and their numbers very clearly. Very clearly. And you can see this is not independent. This is just a single front axle. All right. So what do you guys think? What do you think of that? For me, the liveries are very striking. I think it goes a long way to possibly at some point picking one up. Boy, do I have a list of Revos coming up, though. But and don't forget, the new 510s are coming out very soon. Very soon. So there's a handful of cars in that series, too, that I'm going to have to be getting into. So turn this off. Castrol. So yeah, let's put it out there. What's your guys' favorite? What if you had to buy one? Let's forget about what shape it is. Let's just say, which livery do you guys prefer? For myself, it's definitely the shell livery. It's just very striking. I like that look to it. Although I'm a big fan of the elf too, and I know the elf is not overly. The elf is very like blue and white. It's not like overly wow, but the aesthetics of it just sort of brings me back to the old six wheel. Very nice. Yeah, STP. Yeah, absolutely. These are some really nice cars. I mean, Revo, let's face it, Revo does a very good job of showing up, I guess you could say. The cars they've been putting out now are just crazy. Blow me away. They're so nice. I like the feel of the Revoslot. I like the drive. So, yeah, I like them all. Yeah, right? Like I said, if you had to pick, it would be really hard. So if someone said, oh, you only get 3, which 3? Like crazy, right? So, hey, there we go. Anthony, how you doing, brother? I've been following your film series, waiting to see that track burn, buddy. Looks good. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Watching those videos you keep putting out, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. That's what we need. We need more people just sort of vlogging kind of like that about what they're doing with their track and how you're getting to your final look, I guess you could say. I'm good, brother. I just been working on the last little bit of my landscape. Well, I shouldn't say the last little bit, but at least I've been working on it because I've had too many cars fly off the track now and onto the floor, and that's obviously a no-go in the slot car world. So enough of that. And yeah, I got this beauty in the mail right below us from the guy you've been buying your large scales from, ProTinkerToys.com exclusive right there. So that's pretty much it. Things are going pretty decent, brother. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. And it's my 303K subscriber today. So what the heck, right? All right. So let's have a look. See what we got going on here now. Oh, do this. Let's go to, okay, so yeah. So here we go. Let's have a look at the brand new Carrera Hybrid. This will be how they're putting it out there. This is the first track. We'll have a look at a couple cars. They'll do a little explanation of what exactly the track is. And I'll tell you right now, if you guys know what Anki Overdrive is, this is a sort of a starting point for where Carrera took the hybrid. So now, at the end of this, I'll pose to you guys all one question. Okay? And I don't want anybody to answer it now. Just think about it while we talk about the Carrera Hybrid. But if it no longer has a slot, is it still a slot car? Let's have a look at the Carrera Hybrid. All right, so what we have here, this is their basic box. This will be the basic track. It's going to be a phone app to control it. Now, knowing a little bit about Anki Overdrive, I can tell you there were things like the cars had like missiles and that kind of thing. I don't believe that's the case this time. I think now it's more like probably like turbo boost and that kind of thing. But this is definitely what the box will look like for the first set. All right. So it's not a scale that we're currently used to. They've decided to make it 1 and 50. And it's interesting how they're calling it a gaming system. So that's sort of taking it away from the realm of slot cars altogether. And what they're trying to do here obviously must be create the newest, best thing. Try and bring even the tech crowd into it by this kind of hybrid style of racing. It's a good idea. I've driven Anki Overdrive, so I know what this is going to be like. Very exciting. I'm very excited about this. So here's a look at the cars. Once again, they're 1/50th scale. This will be one of the two cars that the set comes with. Porsche 911 GT3R Black Devil. Awesome looking car. Of course, once again, 1/50th scale. Okay. It's really interesting that you say that, John, and I'll talk about that in one moment. DK Moon, thanks for joining us. Yeah, missiles would be nice, but you're gonna have to play Anki Overdrive to get missiles, smoke bombs, and oil slicks. Oh, I sure would, man. That's a good one. All right, so it's interesting that John brings this up because this car will not be restricted to just the track. You will be able to drive it outside the track. So now you could ask yourself the question, is this an RC car that they provide a track for you to drive on with? Or because there are a few things. Definitely looks good though. There we go. So this is the other car that comes with the set. It's the Porsche 911 GT3R Red Devil. It's also 1/50th scale. The cars look great. Too bad they don't have like a real picture. Oh, I believe they do actually. Well, it's not really real. That's funny. All right. So some of the features that will come with this set, it will allow you to do slot lists. Yes, absolutely. It's very video game-ish. Yes, a new scale. Cars do look good, Carrera style. You know how Carrera does. They do good. So let's have a look at what. Yeah, Anki. Let's have a look. So it's going to be free driving, which is RC. Pretty much makes it an RC car. Overtaking at any point, so you're actually able to drive up and around another car. There's AI supported racing, and you could have up to 30 opponents, it says. So that, of course, could be very interesting. 30 opponents. Yeah. So, and what do we got? Is that? Oh yeah, there's one more. So we're back to. Here's the back of the box. They give you a few setups. Of course, they always list a few different styles you could be doing things. And it does comes with an accessories pack. It shows you what comes in the package. So if you're looking for something like this, it could be great. The cars are rechargeable, that kind of thing. So this could actually be a really good setup. If, like, let's not confuse this with slot car racing. This is not slot car. This is just a new product that Carrera put out for racing. It's not. There's no way this can be part of the slot car line. It's not a slotted track, and it's, like I said, it acts more like an RC than anything. You'd be way better off saying Carrera just got into RC. But what Carrera's just got into is sort of a little tech gadget, right? Because essentially that's what this is. They keep saying you can drive outside the track, but if you ask them, can we use our existing track? No, you cannot. They never answer the question, and the answer to the question is no. Our cars require a electrified rail, and there is not that on this. Basically, what this is a flat pad, basically like this, and the cars are following the track. I'm not sure how it goes about that. My guess is there's probably a sensor in the walls of the track, which literally stops the car from banging into it when you're in that mode. And then when you're in just normal mode, where you can just drive wherever you want, because it's more of an RC car than anything, then that's what you want to do. Like I said, this is not a substitute for slot car racing. This is something different altogether. And like I said, if you're really wondering how this particular set operates, you need to go on YouTube and Google Anki Overdrive, and you'll get exactly what this is. Just Carrera has taken it one step further than what Anki did. See, Anki's biggest problem is battery power wasn't up to snuff, rechargeable battery power. So what would happen is you would have 2 or 3 really good laps, and then that was the end of it. And that really sucks. You know how it is when you have all your friends, you're all pumped up, you're shooting missiles, guns, and laying out oil slicks, and suddenly you can't control your car anymore. And then you got to recharge it, and it takes a half an hour. So you can see how fun that's not. So, yeah. So basically that's the deal with Carrera Hybrid. It really has the potential to be something super good. Anki had semis and that kind of thing. But we'll see what else Carrera Hybrid comes out with. I think we'll see how this set does on the market and how far Carrera wants to push it. Because, I mean, you could dump millions of dollars into this and get a mediocre response, or you can dump millions of dollars into it and get an absolutely ridiculous response, which is totally crazy. Because, well, that's just the way it goes. Sometimes you can get a product out there that people want, and sometimes you get sort of stuck. I use a flip phone. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna need it to come with at least the I-10. Oh yeah, Clearwater, Greg. Yeah, Anki was good. Like I said, Anki had a really cool idea, although it was held back by its battery performance. Like I said, you'd get like literally two good laps in, and that would be it. So imagine you get all pumped up, you have your friends over to your slot car track, brother, and you all get to do 3 laps, and that's it. Imagine that. Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Anthony. It's Anki Overdrive. No, see this track here, this hybrid track is completely flat. Flat. It's it's flat like this, right? And then it has the edging on the side, of course. This is just a stand I was making for my cars. But yeah, so you couldn't drive a normal slot car track on this, normal slot car on this. It just wouldn't be the same. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. You mean if it were like 143? But this is in an interesting spot between 164 and 143. It'd be interesting to do side by side comparisons of what these cars look like. Right? Drag strip in the garage. Yeah, a couple years ago at a yard sale. Right. Yeah, and you know why it was at the yard sale? That's for the reason I've been saying. They probably got cheese with it. Yeah, it's that's a good point, Robert. This is this is oh, there we go. This is right, like I said, this is not, this is left slot car. I don't know what you would call this. Like which category this would fit in. Hybrid racing might have to be a new category. Well, okay, I see what you mean, Harry. I think if you drive it like a RC car, you may be able to drive it anywhere you want. So if that's what you're saying, could you drive it like an RC car on your current 4-lane track? I believe so. Now, don't 100% me on that one, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Once you're in sort of RC mode and you've left the track kind of thing, it's just an RC. You drive it anywhere you want. Right. The track is very, very thin. Like I said, it's very thin. It's literally just like a piece of plastic board, and of course it's black, and it has what it needs to keep the cars on the track attached to it. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Harry, I just answered you on that one. Yeah, if you're thinking of taking the mini RC and putting it on your track, that could be a thing. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't go buy Anki. That's for sure. Well, that's just it, right? You're kind of stuck. Um, this really depends on where you live and who you buy from, but I heard between $200 and $300. So, of course, there'll always be large gaps in the market depending on where you're purchasing from. Yeah, I'm sure you could probably, but if you have the opportunity to drive RC wherever you want, I think that's probably where I'd be doing it. It's like outside somewhere maybe, or away from the regular track, I think. Ah, you betcha, brother. This is what happens. You're locked in now. It's all or nothing. But you're doing good, so keep it up. Keep it up. People will find you as your track gets bigger and you explain more and you get more videos out there. It's the back catalog too, don't forget. The more videos you make, the more videos there are to be found. True story. Let me tell you. I have 600,000 views on 700 videos. 3K subscribers. So that's what I've done leading up to this point. Can't wait to get to 1,000,000 views though. That'll be kind of epic. But we're 1/3 the way there, so yeehaw. That's awesome. I have an iPad. Yeah, but you'd be holding the iPad like a driving. I think you hold it like a steering wheel kind of thing. So you'd have to hold the whole iPad. But that'd be almost like holding a steering wheel. Yeah. Yes. So it's a parlor game. Right on. Don't get hooked. It's more fun with your friends. Everyone's drunk. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. And then they show it driving away from the track. Motorola, baby. Oh, there's an old name. Haven't heard that in a while. If he's still using a Motorola, wow. Gosh, I think half the world had a Motorola at one time. Oh, slots would just be in the way. Yeah, it would be throwing that little car around like crazy, I think, as you hit the slots. I would re-gift it. Oh, man. I think I would have to try it once, but I know I wouldn't keep it. I don't have room. I have a 10 by 13 HO track and a 24 by 8 foot Carrera track. So I'm good. I'm good. I got no more room for slot car or anything. Track wise, anyways. Yeah, well, that's just it. Yeah, but then they will change the scale. Yeah, that's just it, right? That's what happens. But when the tire, but can the tires drive over the slots? Pretty sure they could. They got to get out of that area somewhere, but there's no slots. The cars are pretty small, 1 for 50, so they're smaller than Carrera Go for sure. Slots would be very big to drive over. Yeah. Bluetooth racing from a cell phone. You literally have the car. You hold your cell phone like it's your steering wheel. They give you various options while you're racing. Yeah, I'm very interested. Like I said, Anki had a good product. The only problem was their batteries. When you can't race more than a couple laps, it really blows the party apart. No good. Yeah, well, that's true. And it wasn't very successful when you think about it. Like TCR racing, it's not even really like you're changing lanes. When you went around the corner, your car would just slam to the back of the lane as you were changing. It was a good idea. It had potential. They just didn't take it far enough, and that's where it stopped. So that was the end of that before it even really got going. Like I said, it was a good idea. Just they needed to follow through with it, and they didn't do that. So that left them sort of hanging high and dry, if you will. Yeah, well, this is sort of, me and Robert were talking about this exact thing. At what point is it not what we think it is anymore? Like I said, some might be thinking that this is a slot car set, and it is not. This is not even a hybrid between a gaming system and slot cars. This is not a slot car anything. This is a completely different racing scenario. Like I said, this is more like mini organized RC racing, I would have to say. Hey, Yeti Nation's in the house. Thanks for joining us, brother. Fantastic. Welcome. Got the, I don't know if you're an HO fan or not, but we got the Badman. It's the Pro Tinker Toys exclusive. That are very few and far between right now, and I'm going to get into that in another show, but this is not that one. Well, there you go. Gotta always have an alternate experience, hey? Bluetooth slot car racing. Yeah, we've talked about this too. Pete from Show Me Slot Cars is actually working on something like this right now, where you'll get control over the internet. The only problem is the latency. That will cause a problem. But it's being worked on. And stay tuned for Show Me Slot Cars, Pete's brand new pits too as well, guys. Don't forget. They'll be coming up soon. I'll be having a look at them, and well, I got spaces for them, so that's where they're going. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool for sure. What I'd like to see is the ability for you to control your slot car through your own smartphone. That would be nice. Right. Like I said, total control was not a great setup. It just wasn't. The idea was possibly good, but the way it worked was in my mind, I can tell you honestly, I don't own anything TRC, and I'm an HO guy, and well, HO for the most part. Got a lot of large scale now though. And why is that? Well, anybody happen to know where all the HO slot cars are going lately? Because nobody's putting any out. I don't know what's going on. They're very few and far between. Um, 770 is the answer to that, Anthony. I have 770 videos for 600 and something thousand views. Ultra 5, yeah. Very lackluster and underwhelming would be a good way to put it. Very underwhelming. Mid 90s, yeah. Oh my gosh, the Motorola's. Like I said, I think almost half the people on Earth had one. Woo, yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, I hope you're filming that crawling around on your table like a cheesy $3 hooker. Man, I didn't mean to say hooker, I meant stripper. Woo! Make sure you smile back at the camera. Over the shoulder, buddy. Over the shoulder. Yeah, super small. 187 scale slot cars. That is small. Right? I mean, you can only fit in so much into such a small area. Micro Machines, yeah. I have my old Micro Machine slot cars. Yeah, very good for sure. Yeah, TCR was total crap racing. It wasn't very good at all. Like a lot of things. Yeah. It is about dollars and cents in the slot car world, especially. Yeah. Right. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, right, Robert. Like, this is not for kids, and if it was sent towards kids, this would be a problem because it becomes frustrating. Yeah. Yeah, right. It almost makes you wonder how they managed to sell so much of it. Hey, no drama. Just realized that there's a bad man spinning on the dish. Yeah, they're nice, eh? Where did you get yours from? No drama. Where did you get your bad man? Now, do you have the 55 or do you have the El Camino? Because this is the 55. Right. They're too labor intensive. They are literally a hobby car because you need to always be on top of them or they don't run well. The dude's in the house. Thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. So here's a good look at what the track looks like, and this is completely flat. You can see on the bottom right-hand corner of this picture, they show a piece of the track, and it's literally like I said, it's literally like plastic. It's very thin, that kind of thing. It's definitely not going to be for everybody. In fact, just about anybody who's watching this right now, I'm probably guessing that this is not slot cars, so very little interest. I'm interested as far as I'm interested to see how it actually operates. I don't really think I want to own it, mind you, but it does look like it could be interesting. And it also, once again, could be because that I used to actually play Enki Overdrive, and I'd like to just do a in my mind comparison of the two kind of thing. So, dudes in the house. Yeah, well, Pete's a pretty savvy guy, and he's been working on it for a little bit. We've been chit chatting back and forth, so um, you know, right. This is pretty much the the awesomeness of what it could be. It literally means racing anybody on the exact same track, um, right? And you could even take it one step further, where you could have a video representation of the car, where the car you're racing on a screen somewhere, where you can see your car and their car as a visualization while you're racing them from somewhere else in the country or somewhere else in the world. That would be absolutely fantastic idea, and there's no reason why it can't be done. Because literally, when you think about it, they do it right now with video games. So literally, that's all we're doing, is we would just be taking that signal and applying it to an accelerator. I mean, that would sort of be the basics of it. Yeah, but the problem is, Anthony, I just hope that they figure it out in a cost effective way. Because the problem with slot car stuff is costs get out of control all the time, and that creates a bit of a problem for some people. Well, for most people, actually. So, you know, right? I like my AW cars to make it once around my track. I don't need much, right? So yeah, that's why sort of I really like slot cars that go when you start them. When you squeeze the trigger, they should go. So that's pretty much AFX. That's kind of what I like about AFX. I like the styling of AFX too. So, however, every once in a while, Auto World puts out a really nice car that makes you go, "Damn, that's nice." Right. This see what it could obviously what could happen here is Carrera could pull a portion of their slot car crowd away by this. So I guess we'll have to see how this does. I don't hear too many people talking about it in length. I don't know why. I mean, I'm kind of, at the very least, I'm interested. Like I said already, I probably would not buy it, but I am certainly interested in seeing how it works. So, we'll have a look at that in a later date. Does anyone remember Zip Zaps from Radio Shack? No, I don't think so. JW Moore's in the house. Thanks, brother. Loving your drag strip videos, man. HO drag strip. Yeah. Good stuff. Love HO dragsters. Built my own drag strip. Made tons of videos. Oh, looks like Robert Fish's got a whole bunch of those. Gotta agree with Harry there too, brother. Nothing like slot car racing. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the same with mine. Where if I were to buy any slot cars in my city whatsoever, I get them from a place called Eliminator RC. It's a RC slot car shop. They have models and stuff and all that sort of thing, and just about every RC car made: tanks, planes, helicopters, quads, you name it. Uh, those expensive remote control construction vehicles that are like ridiculously priced, but they look so kick as. Yeah, very good. I do still use TCR wide gap arms. Oh, that's interesting. When battery tech got much better, many slot peeps went to RC. The battery tech made good RC cars possible. This is true. This is true. This is what killed Anki. They had a great product um, a little bit too soon. A little bit too soon. It's the same problem that everybody who has an Auto World wireless control system from their 4-lane tracks is about to start dealing with right away. Rechargeable batteries do not recharge forever. The batteries can't be changed in the controllers. And what'll happen is you'll start losing connection to the track, or you'll find when you squeeze the trigger, stuff isn't happening the way it's supposed to. Keep that in mind, because for anybody who bought a 4-lane track, nobody's special. You're all going to suffer the same fate, unfortunately. And I've been going on about it, and anybody who knows anything about rechargeable batteries knows exactly what I'm talking about. So try to get it out there. Can't get everybody, though. Yeah, same situation. You normally got one store. It's full of RC stuff, you know. Right? No slot cars in Latvia, but you can get a million different RCs, that do a million different things. Oh, you need an RC boat, you need an RC plane, you need an RC blimp. Man, you could probably get an RC Goodyear blimp now. No joke. That would be a great thing, Dan. It'd be cool. Ship my car over to your house and race. Yeah, you see, that's the GRL there, Anthony. That's how we sort of do it, except everyone's racing on the same track configuration. It's not really your car at my house or anything, but the 20 of us all race on the exact same track. We record it, you put it on YouTube. It's a good way for you to get seen on YouTube too. The entry fee is very minimal, and like I said, you get to race other like-minded people who want to race. But it's not like if you don't win, well, you don't win. It was good just having people watch you race, because you get like 30 or 40 people who just watch your race. So if you're a newer channel, if anyone's interested in that, this might be something you might want to consider joining the GRL. And if you're interested in the GRL, you can get a hold of Araris Carrera, or you can get a hold of Conquest Racing, Raul. I have the 55. He was doing a live, use a razor knife to cut the box. Badman's open. He cut through the first row of Badman boxes. Then he sold them for $20. That's when I got it. Oh my gosh. Well, you'll have a lot more opportunities to cut more boxes open like that one day, but that day's not soon. All right. That's a little. We're talking like maybe half a second or less than half a second. But when you're racing, and the difference between a second and a half a second is whether you're in the corner or on the corner. Uh, that makes a huge difference, because if you're going into the corner, you don't want to still be on your trigger. You want to be off it a little bit. So that's pretty much the lag problem that would be associated with that kind of racing. For now, anyways. I mean, at one point, everyone will just have super wicked fast internet, because apparently it's a human right now or something like that. So everyone must have it. It's a nice looking box. Sure is catchy artwork. Right. That's a good idea. And I also, what I've seen before too, though, is some guy was using his RC controller to control his speed on his slot cars, which is really interesting to me. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah. Low walls, cars bounce off them, basically back into the track. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Um, Signals. It's all a matter. It'll speed up to the point where this is sort of how it will be. You'll be able to probably be able to buy this special transmitter box that anybody can own, and you'll get an IP address. And what it is your box will connect to their box, and you'll literally be racing them on your track, or you on their track, kind of thing. Yeah, not necessarily even smart. Just somebody who will have the time, because it'll take a lot of time to get that worked out. Yeah, it's not for me either. I have too much money sunk in the actual real slot cars, to be poking around in a whole brand new thing where you're going to need all different cars. So that it just won't work for me. Only slot cars, yeah, right. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Too much money. You already got your money already pre-programmed into another hobby, right? There's money I haven't even made yet, and I know where it's going to be ending up. So this is this. Oh, my dogs are barking outside. This is slot car I'm talking about, guys, not the new setup that Dan's talking about from Carrera. Yes, I'm talking about slot cars, not the RC car. Right on. Oh yeah, you see that with trains it's a little different though, because you don't have to worry about going too fast and running off the track, because you don't really drive trains fast. You sort of drive them sort of, I like to say casually, but I don't want to set anybody off by saying that. I know it's a hobby, and you get into it as far or more than you do with slot cars. So I understand that. But that is a very cool idea, no question about it. Bottom line. Bottom line is, there is no shortage of different car hobbies for us to spend our hard-earned cash on. Robert, that is definitely the comment of the day. In fact, I am. Oh, can I pin it? No, I can't pin it. Can I blow it up? There you go. All right. So that's Carrera Hybrid. Daniel Thomas is in the house. Thank you for joining us, Daniel. Welcome. No problems, brother. No problems at all. We're just finished looking through the Carrera Hybrid. I'll just whip through it super quick for you. Here we go. So this is the cover. This is what the track looks like when it's laid out. It's very thin. It's like paper thin. This is the Black Devil. They're Porsche 911s. There are two of them, one in black, one in red. The scale is 150, so they don't correspond with any of the scales we currently use. Here's the Red Devil. Very creative with their naming. I guess if they had a purple car, it would be called the Purple Devil. But anyways, nice looking cars. Here they are side by side for the ultimate racing experience. So they offer free driving, much like an RC. Overtaking, much like an RC. AI supported racing. So that sounds very interesting and computer-esque, very tech, and up to 30 opponents. So that could be interesting. Might get a little busy though, I can imagine. I think the train club that did internet operations was Silicon Valley Train Club. Guessing members are very tech savvy. Yeah, probably have a lot of money to spare too. You pay somebody to do it for you. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. Oh man, hey. So let's talk about those. Talk about the Marcos for a minute. Let's have a look at them. So I have a question for you guys about the Marcos. Let's go back over them quickly. We'll do it in reverse, starting with the shell. It's the Castrol. Nice looking car. Castrol. Valvoline, sweet. Awesome, fantastic looking liveries. Revo does a really good job with their cars. Revo cars remind me of models, like the model kit. There's the Elf. See what I mean by how simple it looks, but it's such a genius looking livery. It's so striking looking, and it's so simple. Two colors, white and blue. Can't see the cars. Oh, hang on. I know what the deal is. Sorry, guys. That's because I got the Carrera one in the way. I'm part of me. There we go. Okay. So let's just go to the beginning on this one. We'll start it off at the front. Sorry, guys. That's my fault. Hey, it happens. You know what it is. Forrest Gump talks about it. All right. So here we go. We'll go through them quickly, and then we'll let me know what your favorite livery is. Nice. Castrol. Nice looking cars. They do a really good job on these liveries. I can tell you for a fact. That's really nice. It's top notch. There's the shell, striking, just the colors, the yellow and the red, you know. It's fantastic. Very striking. Very simple, but striking. You know, and here's the chassis. Once again, the thing I like about the most about the Revoslot chassis when you buy them is every car comes with this inside of it, and all the parts are clearly listed right there with their part numbers. It is impossible to get it wrong. Okay, absolutely, they've done a great job here. As Revoslot does. And Revoslot would also have on that same card would be the selection of all the cars that come in this release. It's a great idea. Fantastic. Hey, Joe, thanks for joining us, brother. Awesome. I was just talking about you and the GRL and how people should get a hold of you if they're interested in learning a little bit more. No, Revoslots don't have functioning headlights. Right. I gotta agree. They look nice. They look nice. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't a Marcos fan up until I seen this release. These 6 cars look fantastic. You know, like I said, if you had to only pick 3, that I might need to sit down for that one. So fast. Thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, so yeah, no lights for these ones. Golf livery. For me, I'm a shell. I like the shell. Although I do like the elf too. Very simple, like I said. Nice, great look. Yeah, it does take because the digital trains now is what makes everything so incredibly expensive. Gosh, I used to have a really big train layout, a whole bunch of cool trains. But you know, probably the same story as as many of us. You know, you're dealing with slot cars and stuff and trains when you're younger, and then hey, it's just not what's happening at the time. This is this is exactly what I'm saying. So fast. Elf livery is nice and simple. That's what I like about it. It looks very good. I like that look. The blue on the white, very nice. Golf livery, very striking looking, awesome looking car. Once again, looks good. They've done a great job. There's no question about it. Huh. Well, there you go. Don't put any money in those scales for trains. Awesome. Woo, man, it is hot in this city in the last couple days. No AC. No AC. So I got to hide in the basement. And well, it doesn't always work. So I just wanted to mention quickly. Now I'm not paid for this, but I'm always on the look to help out Canadian slot car shoppers as much as I possibly can. And if you look here, Slot Car Depot. Now that's not a Canadian store. He's in Florida. His name is Gene, but he does have good pricing for Canadians. So if you guys are looking for slot cars, he has HO cars, and he has the full line of Skillectric cars. He has some really good cars, some HO cars. He has brand new Peugeot 908s in the package still. He's got lots of them. Poke around. He's got great inventory. Like I said, he's got a really big inventory of Skillectric as well. So check out his Skillectric cars too. Yeah, unfortunately, no AC, brother. We bought the house, didn't have AC. There's always been something else. So, yeah. So what we have, I've jimmied an in-room one, like an expensive one, a little bit bigger one. But what I've done is I run it to the vent that goes to my bedroom, and then I just vented the exhaust hose. I vented out the dryer vent. So at nighttime, my bedroom is air conditioned only. Yeah, awesome. I know. It's one of those things that with your hobbyist mind, you just figure out how to make it work. Yeah, so like I learned for the longest time. I think it probably had a lot to do with like working the door at bars and stuff. In the city where I live, it gets really hot, like really hot and humid. When it starts getting to like 10 p.m. and to like 10 to about 4 in the morning. Some nights during the summer it gets really hot and humid, so you get used to it. Standing around sweating your BA double LS off is not fun, but it pays good. So yeah, you make do with the way it goes. It's it is what it is. We have other things. We have a purpose-built sauna in our house that was built with the house. So I actually have it's called Saunamatic sauna box with rocks in it, and it has it has a water tap above it kind of thing. Yeah, it'd be great. Don't use it though. Huh. Well, that's pretty much it. Not everybody likes to endure the Florida or Texas weather. That's crazy. Whew, man. I hear about what's Dan Three Bean. He lives in Texas. They got lots of stuff going on there. That's for sure. Yeah, wear a sweater to keep warm. Yeah, no kidding, right? You can only turn your dial up so much, and then it's just really kind of pointless. Electric bill, or yeah. Well, the electric bill kills just about everybody at every time, so. Too hot. Yeah, I get that one. Well, I think you need to get some solar there. You need some solar, Anthony. When you say ball Clearwater, Craig, do you mean basketball? Welcome, Chris. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. Welcome. Softball, cool. Yeah, Revoslot, that's the Marcos. I'll do a quick run through for you if you'd like. No problems. That's why we are here. Let's start it off at the beginning. Some fantastic looking liveries. Man, these are good. And of course, remembering that the brand new Revos are out next couple weeks for sure. It should be absolutely fantastic. Gosh, can't wait to get a couple more 510s. Ooh, love the ones I got. It's figuring out how to run them properly. That was the major catch, and I know it stung a few people. I don't know. I think as slot car hobbyists, we just all expect to be able to put the car on the track and run it, at least run it. Maybe not obviously as good as it could possibly be, but in my opinion, you should always be able to put the car on the track and it'll go. Oh man, that Thunder slot is absolutely fantastic. I just ordered the Donahue for the HO scale. So yeah, AFX Donahue is going to be in the house soon. Right on. Oh, there we go. All right. So you've probably seen these before, Chris. What's your favorite livery? We were just going over that not too long ago. And there they are. Man, that's absolutely fantastic looking liveries. For sure. Yeah. Wait a second. Whoa, you're on the wrong side of the fence, brother. Hit that link up and get on in here. Woohoo! All right. Yeah, right? The Elf is really good. It's a really nice looking car. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, the cars are very striking. They're very, very nice. All right, so looks like my guest has finally made it. What do you know? What do you know? We'll see about him getting in. Let's change the music. Here we go. Can't really hear it. Oh, there we go. Better late than never. Yeah, here we go. So the Thunder slots, I'm really yeah, you got a commercial? What? Oh my gosh. I think you're the first. Did anybody else get a commercial today? Wow, you just showed up and soaked up all the commercials, I think, Chris. Nobody said anything about a commercial. But it does happen. I know it does. There we go. You guys ready? Here we go. Let's welcome Steve from Stockpile Hobbies. Yo,
Hey, Dan.
brother. How you doing,
So
man?
sorry. I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh,
Congratulations, by the way.
I'm good. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Awesome.
Yeah, it's good to see everyone. Or
Yeah.
I guess see everyone out there on chat.
Oh my gosh, eh? Every time you're on my show, I get posts for days. What's
Yeah,
Steven
really?
up to? Blah blah blah. It's like, oh well, I don't know. Why don't you come to the show and watch? Awesome, man. So what are you up to lately?
I had a family thing happen, but then I it ended, and then I sat down. I'm like, oh crap, I kind of supposed to be there with Dan. I ran downstairs real quick and set up a camera, and here I am.
Nice, brother.
Been doing a lot of work on the real cars, Trans Ams, and things. Had some fun there, going back and forth with the car, a nightmare, and
Oh my
we'll see
god.
if I can resolve it this week. But yeah, I've been pretty busy with work and doing stuff like that.
Are you posting on your Hot Rod channel?
No,
No.
no, I got really burned out with the editing. I really like doing the 1 minute shorts. I thought that
Yeah.
was a lot easier to do. My editing software, the one I used when I did all the channel work, expired. The license I had, so I had to switch editing software and relearn it all. And I was just like, I made like one video after it. I got it up and running again, and then even that was like forever ago. But it's like when you're trying to do something, especially with a real car,
Yeah.
trying to film it. And now that I'm by myself doing it, I used to have a buddy doing it with me. It adds days to the project, and this is one of those projects where everything went wrong, or that could go wrong, did go wrong with it. But
Oh,
we'll see what happens here.
oh man. There's always something though, right? Always something.
Yeah, especially with the car. So like one thing, I get the engine back together. We go on vacation. I come back, and before I left, I turned the key on ignition and to see if my fuel rails was leaking. It didn't leak, and I never turned it off for 2 weeks.
Oh,
So I got the whole engine back together. I go to start the car, and it's dead. I had to go buy a battery. Like one final insult.
yeah, right. That's awesome, man. Right on. So, just oddly enough, the only Auto World car that I've bought in the longest time, and me and Irene were laughing because she knows that you had enough of the extraction chassis and that whole scenario. So it just turns out that we got this little puppy here, the Bad Man, with the extraction chassis. Normally, I wouldn't buy an Auto World car because they're just really not mine. And unless, of course, we look at the 510s from some nice 510s are coming out from Auto World as well.
Yeah.
And the John Wick car, and finally a Blues Brothers car with the horn on the hood or the speaker.
So which John Wick car did they do? Did they do the Mustang and did they do the Chevelle or like the Monte Carlo?
The Chevelle and the Charger.
Nice.
Yeah, good choice. Yeah, absolutely. Great looking cars. I think
I gotta give it to them though. The bodies are really nice. The chassis is a whole other thing, but the body work, it was hard to find better quality bodies in that scale. But I was always impressed with the paint apps and everything on it. The fine detail in the grill, the chrome they would apply to it, however they did it. I tried with the resin bodies, trying to sit there with a paintbrush and just squinting at it and dotting it, trying to get little details. I think it was a nightmare. I can't imagine. They got templates and things they use, but it's just I was always impressed with how well that always came out.
Yeah, well, your painting abilities, brother, were just like crazy too, right?
I was amateur.
Amateur. Well, I mean, hey, amateur is better than most people who weren't even doing or were needing help or assistance, right? Like,
yeah, I guess it's to say, I wasn't afraid to take chances. I guess.
Well,
it was just rattle can stuff, though. You really need a paint, an airbrush, and a lot of practice to do it. And I was a long ways away from being professional with it, but I wasn't afraid to screw it up and strip it all down and try it again.
Somebody thought you're John Favreau. John Favreau. Oh, there you go. It is John Favreau. Tell all your friends.
That's funny. I was just watching some reruns of King of Queens, and he was on an episode I just watched. It was like 20 years ago, so he was a lot younger looking.
So lately, I've been getting all your. I don't know why I'm getting so many of your shorts lately. The Viper one with the LED lights.
Yeah.
The funny one today was the Charger with the bent blower. and
Oh yeah, I
the
still have
white
that, and
the
yeah,
white and red exclusive 55 was there, and the other one was also a car you got from me, and I was just
yeah.
laughing.
You probably because you gave it a thumbs up or something. Now it triggered all the other ones to feed in probably.
That's probably what it
See, it
was.
makes a difference when you like videos. Everyone, do it. Help your the people you subscribe to. It does make a difference on the viewership.
Absolutely, it does, man. And it's not really. Here's the thing, too, right? Somebody 2 nights ago when hit up a couple of my shorts and went thumbs down on
Oh, really?
5 shorts. They went 3 thumbs down on a couple of them. But what they don't understand is, to me, I've done all my homework already. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. I know that the thumb down really doesn't mean anything. That's why they even give you the option. You can take that away if you want as a creator and only have thumbs up so that you're only seeing the positiveness of it. But I have it so that I do see the thumbs down. But what people don't understand is all that does is show interaction with your video. Whether
Yeah.
they thumbs up it or thumbs down it, that literally means they were on that page for long enough to click that button. Now, what they don't understand is the down is looked at exactly as same as the up because you can only do one or the other. And all
Yeah.
it does is it just shows that you're
Engagement.
actually there. So to whoever keeps thumbs downing me, I appreciate it because if you're actually PO'd at me, you would just do nothing because that would be worse. And this
Yeah,
is
it really. It's
scenario,
you're totally
right?
right on that too.
So it always makes me
I
laugh.
never I've filtered some things. I get some. I've had rude comments here and there on like the car channel mostly for things if 'cause it wasn't done by the book or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's unless it's attacking or being vulgar, I leave it up there. It doesn't any of the comments or whatever like that. It's just but if they are attacking me or something else, it's just or it's just incorrect. I'll block it from the channel and block the person that. But so it's only been a couple of times I had to do that.
Yeah, it's very few. You always come across a few people who are thinking they're being warriors or what have you, and just really they just need to just leave. They just need to leave.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I've been
that's
thinking of, go ahead.
you see, I think that's the stall people don't understand is, the word the most they could literally do to you is just leave. That is the worst thing because anything you do otherwise, you could leave a crappy comment that call I'm an asshole. Okay, well you just interacted with my channel. Thank you.
Right. Yep. Totally.
So,
Yeah, I've been trying to think of a way to get back into it again with the channel and what to do with it. It wouldn't be slot cars though; it would be something else. But I just haven't found the right thing to do. I'm thinking about selling the Transformers now too. So moving on from that now, and that's like a 40-year thing with me too. But they're just kind of that whole room's just sitting over there. I haven't been in there in like 6 months. Enzo doesn't go in there. He's all online.
gosh,
And
that
everything.
was the last video I just seen of yours was the you doing a walk flyby with the lights going and I think it was Metallica.
Oh yeah. We were doing the little displays on the shelves, and I would just find some music, and we would kind of. I really like setting up the diorama, so like setting them up and posing them, and
Yeah.
then leaving them for a while. Then just creating different scenes. That was kind of therapeutic. It was fun, but and then put some music to it. It got me and Enzo down there to do something for a while, but I just haven't done it in a while. And
Right.
I stopped spending money on that stuff. What I've been doing is spending money on those things there, all of those. So
Yeah, guitars.
that's like half of it.
Phew.
So
Nice.
yeah, but I refocused the funds on other areas, so I had to stop on other things.
Gotcha. Yeah, I sold off my whole entire HO collection.
Oh.
I still have one of everything kind of thing for all the HO. Now I only buy what I want and I open it all and race it all. I don't have
Good.
3 of everything anymore. Since AFX stung me, that was the last time. Forget it. I put all my stuff on eBay or sold it personally. It's pretty much all gone except for all my racing stuff on the track, which I absolutely enjoy. I still buy the the top AFX cars like on order right now. I just obviously reviewed the black GT500, the
Yep.
Mustang. I have the silver one coming, and the Donahue. The Donahue's the GT350. Really nice looking car, and literally I'm not just buying a car anymore because you've made it. It looks like crap, but I'm a collector. I need to buy 3 of them.
Yeah, it's getting that endorphin drip, that dopamine drip every time you buy something.
Right.
I was that way with the Transformers and the slot cars for a while. I found other things to buy to do it.
Well, that's just it. Yeah.
I got a couple slot car things left, like the cars and all that. I got to lower the prices on them and move them on. It's been about a year. I had them at I don't really want to sell it price, you know.
Right.
But,
yeah. If someone takes it, okay.
Yeah. But I think it's time to break those lots up and lower the prices and move them on because there's other things. You know, it's been about a year now, so it's time to finish that off. And then I got some very small pieces of track. I'm gonna throw it on Facebook. What's left of it. All the straight track pretty much sold, but the curve stuff. No one wants any old curve track. Can't imagine why.
Right. Yeah. Here's Chris has a really good point. He's kind of shocked at the price of HO, and another commercial. Wow, lots of commercials tonight. I wonder what the deal with that is.
I had one right when I joined. I got one, but I'm sure it's timed. If you're on so many minutes, it will reserve everyone a commercial, like the ad revenue.
I'll have to have a look at what the setting is. I think until this actually is like part of YouTube, because right now we're still live. So once it comes so that the chat's available, I think I'll be able to change that. I don't know why it's like this tonight, but sorry guys. It's the last thing anybody wants to see is tons of commercials, especially when they're not commercials for my channel. That really sucks. Should try and figure that out.
Did you ever do any? So did you ever pay AdSense to run commercials? Like your own commercials?
I had them run because you could do. I could run like one video as a commercial kind of thing or whatever. But for me, it didn't really make sense. For like, I think it was like $100. They ran the video.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I did it for the car channel.
Yeah.
Even before I had the Stockpile Hobbies channel, my buddy and I were doing it for the car channel, and I wasn't thinking right. So I would take a good video we had and put that as, you know, what I was going to run. But it was like an 8-minute commercial. It wasn't like a 30-second spot, you know.
And that.
But you can see the analytics. It did drive some viewership and some subscriptions and all that. But I look back at that now, like, oh yeah, we probably should have done like a 20-second, 30-second spot and ran that as a commercial versus putting up an entire 8-minute plastic dip commercial for changing the color of a car.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So going back to, I see, like it's because some people were saying that it's kind of cheesy that someone would thumbs down it, and it's a sour maneuver. But like I said, it's more sour for that person. They've wasted their time. They've given you your time. They've given you their time. And not only that, they've helped you with the algorithm for YouTube. So when you get negative downwards thumbs, comments, don't worry. I know whatever, people will be as they are, but just keep in mind that you are 100% benefiting from any interaction on your channel, whether it be positive or negative. It does not matter. That is the misconception that people make, is that if they get too many thumbs down, the algorithm will not pick them up. Absolutely incorrect. It is a 100% interaction, whether it be up or down. That's how it looks at it. I've been doing this for 3 years now, and I do watch the creator series, and I can tell when people don't, because the answers are all available in the creator series. So if you're a creator, you should really be taking the moment to watch their 6-minute video they put out weekly. Just watch it. It takes 6 minutes, but it'll help your channel immensely. I stopped worrying about the thumbs down long ago. My channel.
Yeah, I think like the worst thing is you could probably start a video and then exit it in like 5 seconds.
Right. And
that
never go back.
Does more damage than a thumbs down.
That's right. Always remember to finish watching all your videos. And don't forget, if you don't have time to watch somebody at regular speed, watch them at 1.75 speed. You can still hear what they're saying, but the creator gets full credit for that. So keep that in mind, guys. Creators will get full credit for it as long as you watch the whole video. Doesn't matter what speed it's on. Watch it at quarter speed. It's still gonna get. It's just gonna take you 4 times longer to why it'll take you 28 minutes to watch a 7-minute video. Good luck on that one. We're done. It is that is absolutely correct. The price when I just bought a car from my local hobby shop, it cost me $73.
Yeah. They were the last ones I bought, new ones. HO scale was 40 to 50 from a hobby shop, I think.
Yeah. And the Carreras are like 85 now from our Canadian distributors. So there's
more value.
$10
more options.
Absolutely more. There's 100% more value. 100% more value, I would have to say, in something like this, right? Than something like this.
Yep.
So, literally, as a hobbyist, when you're driving these around and you're thinking, boy, I wish I could have 2 cars on one track. Boy, I wish I could switch lanes. Boy, I wish I had an app that allowed me to fill up my car. And then, of course, that brings you to this. Because when you don't get what you want here, remember, no innovation in 60 years. 60 years, guys. 1964. Okay, HO came out. 1964. Now, in the 80s, early 80s, there was a small upgrade made to the track to space the lanes a little bit. Now, in spacing those lanes, they did absolutely nothing. So, really, and now with Auto World being stale, and I mean stale by they don't have anything available, they haven't put anything out. Nothing in 8 months, Steve. I don't know if you're following.
That's ridiculous. I can't believe that.
And
Just even not even to repaint things, that sends a message. Because they have so many cars that can repaint however many colors, different country colors that could do it. Just racing stripe colors, racing team colors. They're just ignoring it all. That says something.
Yeah, you see, and you look at just Revo, like let's just even take Revo for example. Every single one of those Marcos had like a full out livery of a large registered trademark company. Shell, Elf, Valvoline. And what does HO have?
They just got the major car companies that they pay a license to make the bodies.
That's it.
And that's probably it too. I bet if the sales aren't good enough, they're not renewing those licenses to send those cars out again because they're not making enough money to justify the license. I used to collect Star Wars, and like the Star Wars license for like Hasbro went through the roof after Disney bought it, and it became they had to sell more product obviously to make the same amount of money they make, but then that whole franchise crashed and burned, and they were left holding the bag. They paid all that money for the licensing, the movies tanked, their toys tanked, and then they had to start selling off divisions and things. That's how it goes.
Sounds like Auto World, don't you think?
Yeah,
because that's what that company's doing to Auto World right now, skinning them down.
Yeah, the 132 scale, those guys got a good following, and from what I see on the content you create and that the other people have out there, it's especially overseas. Really surprised. I had a lot of people reach out to me from like South America, and then mainly South America. There was a few people in Europe would reach out too, and the larger scale stuff every now and then. I saw that's where a lot of the content was coming from. over there. But I was really impressed to see how big it is over there overseas compared to in the U.S.
I've been getting an awful lot of like probably about 5% of my video watching is coming from Taiwan.
Yeah, right. That's weird too, right?
It bounces back and forth actually between Taiwan, Australia, and the Philippines.
Wow, that is interesting.
Right around 5%, all of those. Yeah, and of course the U.S. is like 60%.
Yeah, it was the same way for me. It was primarily U.S., but
Yeah,
seeing the foreign markets where it was always concentrated in a part of the globe, it seemed like.
right. Yeah, that general area. And I get a few from Brazil actually. Every
Yep.
once in a while, I get a couple people actually pop into the live chat from Brazil, which is kind of strange. But there is an awful lot of Brazilians on Earth, so it only kind of makes sense. And Brazil is also an HO country, so I'm
Yeah.
guessing it was sort of a continent thing because I know largely, like you were saying, the large scale is a European thing, heavily. And I know mostly North America was definitely HO for sure because all the commercials, everything that
Oh
was.
yeah, that's what we were all. That's, I didn't even see. The only thing I knew about larger scale was my dad's RC. He had stuff from I guess it would be the late '50s, early '60s. He had some slot car things. I don't know what brand they were or whatever, but he kept asking me to look them up. I look them up online to see what they were worth. It was only 10, 15 bucks for the condition this stuff was in. But other than that size scale, everything was always HO. Just it was just, the size of the Matchbox cars and having it that scale, it just made sense. I think it made it because of the track too.
Yeah.
Because you need a lot of area, to have the larger scale. You need a little bit bigger track and more space, depending on how crazy you want to get with it.
Oh yeah, Anthony's dad had the large scale cars.
My
Yeah.
dad said that they would make his own. My grandfather would make his own track for him. They'd buy the wood, and they had a router that was. I followed a template, and that would actually make the slot in the track. If we were in, my sister lives in the house now where all that stuff was, and we were in the garage, and we found it on the shelf. It had some of the track there and the router tool that they would use to actually make the track. It was really something else to see that. Imagine the day you can make your own track. I mean, you can 3D print it now probably, but and then lay in the rails and all that, when you're assembling a Viper track almost. But to actually be able to manufacture and design just like Viper does your own track,
Right.
without having to do what I did with scavenging old stuff just to build whatever you wanted to make.
So the coolest thing I've seen recently in relation to slot cars has to do with a Viper scale racing track. It was a 4-lane track, and I believe this could be done to any 4-lane track, or probably 3-lane even too. But what somebody's done is they've put copper tape every second track. So you'd have your 4 lanes. So on lane number 1, your HO lane number 1, they would put copper tape in between the rails for the HO. Then they would leave one HO lane open, and then they would do that to the 3rd lane, put the copper tape on the inside of the steel rails, and then they would leave the 4th lane open for HO. So what that did was it allowed you to run 2 124 or 132nd cars on
yeah.
the Revo 4-lane track. Genius, brother. I
Yeah.
tried to do this on my 4-lane track here. It's just too short. I can't really get enough run at it, kind of thing. And mine's too twisty and turny. But some of those, I've been watching the guy actually, he was running cars on it. Looked, what a great idea, I thought. Immediately, I was wondering, I wonder if Dan Cronin knows this.
Yeah, actually, speaking of Dan, I noticed a large increase in his marketing. I've gotten a lot more marketing emails from him and the company pushing product where I feel like it had been silent for a long time. And he has some videos that think come out too. That's good. I was a big supporter of Viper. If anyone watched the channel, I really liked the product and everything he did. He was a cool guy, and I really liked the products he had at the time when I was doing all this.
Yeah, he's got some really good products too now. I follow him quite a bit. I was chit chatting with him back and forth a little bit of he's got the new front axle for the
Yeah, the brass, right? That's what I think I saw.
Yeah, very good.
Did you run that? I don't know, the $100 car, the black one you got.
Yeah.
I never got to run mine. I had the two of them, and I never had the right controller for them.
Oh, yeah.
Was that cool though? Did it scream?
Oh man, it was absolutely awesome, man. And then I bought the new power supplies too. So
yeah,
man, clean power is the way to go. Makes the cars run better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was using those laptop power supplies. They did the job for what I was doing.
Right.
Rig it any way I could.
Right. So any people might wonder why Steve's here tonight. When I first started getting going, one of the first channels I come across was, of course, Steve from Stockpile Hobbies and his son Enzo. They were he had this super huge track in the basement. That's when he had that really big the one there you had the slot dragon timing system on. What kind of track?
The racetrack, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much, I think, what gave me the aha moment. You know what I mean? Like at some point you realize, like, wonder if I could actually do this. Watching a few of your videos kind of is what got me going. And just a side note, by the time I got to 1,000 subscribers, when I was celebrating my 1,000 subscribers, Steve here actually got to 1,000 subscribers on the same night. So just a little side note, kind of cool, you know. It's kind of
you
nice.
did a lot better job engaging the community. A lot of it, I think, was with Pro Ticker Toys a lot too, doing that forum over there where a lot of you all congregate on the chat and all that. And, I just didn't have the time to follow up with them and a lot of things. But I mean, you surpassed my car channel now. I don't even think I have 3,000 on the car channel. It's just it takes a lot of dedication. The way you do it, Dan, with the engagement in the community and following those creator videos is the way to go with it. And then still being able to stay passionate about it. But it's been three years.
Yeah, 4
years.
3 years coming up. Yeah. Right away.
Yeah, and all I was doing was I just took what I did for the car channel, and I was just applying it inside in the basement. First being out in the barn and working on the real cars, just something to do.
Yeah, just working on the real cars.
Yeah, but the whole the format, just doing a little bit of music here and there, and then adding in the how-to videos, I guess. Because all my car stuff was just whatever broke, I was just filming it and posting it. And same thing down here. I was going to start building a slot car track. And the whole thing with my channel was it was supposed to be different things, not just slot car focused. But YouTube the algorithm isn't really designed to do that.
Multiple things, right?
Yeah, so like I got one for the guitars that I just use now to sell the guitars. But I wanted to do other things with this channel. Like I tried with the Transformers and there's some of the doll stuff to engage the opposite sex there, but it was really puttering, and it was probably impacting the slot car algorithm being shared too, because I was trying to pull in different audiences, and it didn't really work right. you know, so I figured that would happen. I figured I would probably lose focus after a couple of years on one thing and want to focus on something else, go back to it and whatever, but it doesn't really work for the channel. The audience, because you build up that core audience that likes that content, and then you try to start showing other content, and then you're not making that core audience happy, so that they're not watching it, and at the same time you're only getting 5-10 views on the new things you're trying to put out.
Right.
So it's like a double whammy almost. It really stifled the channel a lot, I think, and that's where those downvotes come in, and some of the other shit starts happening too, because this isn't what I'm used to. I want to see the same thing every time. But, being a creator, I don't always want to do the same thing every time.
That's right.
I'm running out of ideas here after a couple of years. I need to do different things, For me, it got to the point where, I think you just watched that short where I had the cars going across the ceiling all the way around and everything. And I was like, what else do I do now? I can make videos with this, but it's hard to see it at night, and it's like, I don't know where to go from here. Like, I've done everything. I could keep just customizing them, but I was getting a little bored with it myself, just trying to keep things fresh.
Yeah. Do you know how many views you have on that video?
I could look real quick on the thing. I mean, if I what we started doing was with the shorts. My wife, I had her start posting things on TikTok. So she would post a link to the short on TikTok when I would post it on YouTube, and
Yeah.
that's how I was able to get like 3,000 views in like 30 minutes or something, because just putting it on YouTube wasn't cutting it. And then a lot of people weren't really interested because it was so different having the cars in the dark going around the track at
Yeah.
night. It wasn't really something anyone's really searching for. You know, it just looked just like LED lights spinning around the room. You know, but it was hard to control too. The cars would when they would come down, right, so it would go across the ceiling, and then it'd come to the down part, and you'd have to come off the throttle, otherwise the car would crater and explode. So it took a little bit of skill there with it, but it was really, the shoes were really wearing out fast,
Yeah.
and other things. I was 24 volts full throttle, just you didn't have to slow down for at least for a couple seconds to get through that downspout.
Oh
But
my
it was
God.
brutal on the chassis.
Yeah. I see there's a conversation about magnets. For myself, in my Revos, just talking about the Revos, for me, I have magnets in some cars and other cars I don't. I try and do it like a realism thing for myself, where I think I don't have magnets in my CLKs, but I do have magnets in my GT1, because I just feel like the GT1 should be stuck to the track like the actual car would be. I feel the CLK would be a little bit looser, so I don't. But I do use Paul Gage, so that makes a big difference. Paul Gage tires all the way, especially being that he's from Winnipeg too, so can't really go wrong there.
Yeah, I was a big magnet proponent guy. I had to have good magnets on the car, especially trying to film with Enzo, because
Oh
it
yeah,
would just it would just delay the filming even longer. Then he would start to get antsy because he's crashing. So
yeah,
all the magnets got upgraded to the little earth magnets on all the HO cars that I could get. I didn't like the loosey feel go around the turns. I wanted to go fast at fast times, but it takes a lot of control to be able to drive those cars fast with no magnets. I respect anyone that could do that. It wasn't my gig though.
Well, certainly, if we're HO aren't really made to be doing fishtails and stuff. So if you're fishing, would have to probably say you need more magnet. Large scale, I think it's a drive preference, because you could literally take the magnets out and you could put the weight back in with just like lead or what have you, and it gives you a equally enticing drive, and it changes it slightly.
Yeah, it seems like the larger scale handles better too with no magnets. I see a lot of videos where they're purposely drifting all the turns, and it looks really cool. Like the lower, the smaller scale, like you said, they don't have the weight, so when they spin, they crash and burn. The
Right.
larger ones seem that's controllable, where you can get the throttle just right and keep it going and through. I know you can do it with the HO stuff too. It's just harder. But yeah, it's really cool with large scale stuff. How much more control you got with the cars.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't do HO at all without magnets. That's like a T-Jet thing for me, and
Yeah,
I
the screws.
don't own T-Jets, so yeah.
I don't recommend Thunder Jets unless you like spending 30 minutes trying to get one screw into a post. That will be nuts. Even with the PR3s, the Jag Hobbies, getting those bodies on there and then shimming the body, it made me crazy doing that. One trick, if you are dealing with them, magnetize your screwdriver. Take a magnet and run your screwdriver over it, so the screw will stick to the screwdriver when you try to put those in. Otherwise, it's a lost cause.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, what's the plans? You You got any of your channels? Are you working on those? Or are you just sort of seeing what's happening right now and feeling it out a little bit?
This is my rig. It's been sitting down here for about a year. I don't even, the battery's still even good in it.
Oh man, that's a nice one, dude.
Yeah, this is what I use to do all the car channels and everything. Oh, the light still works too. Wow. But it's a Chinese knockoff GoPro and a gimbal, and I had to insulate the microphone on the back because I was getting buzzing sounds, and there's a whole other technical aspect. Like, you'll spend $500 on a good rig that doesn't look like crap all the time. And even this now, I think this looks like crap now compared to like my Google phone.
Oh yeah.
You know, so even this has got to be upgraded again. That's another investment. All the different things I tried with the filming and doing all that. It's good. Yeah, I don't know at the moment. I've been getting that inkling again to start filming something. I just don't know what it is.
Nice.
It was almost going to be the cars, like I mentioned, because I've been doing a lot of work on the cars and all that. But at the same time, it's just I don't want it to take any longer than it is. It'd just be a hassle now at this point doing it. I found out that I don't like doing it by myself either, especially with the car stuff. I had a partner. It made the filming a lot easier too, because one would hold the camera and talk about it while the other guy was, doing the fix or whatever. And doing it all solo, as you know, it takes a lot more prep, a lot more time to do things in that nature.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah, I don't know what the next thing will be. If anything, it might be the guitar channel. I wasn't do anything at the moment with that. As far as the Stockpile channel, Enzo wanted to get a hold of the channel, but he wanted to do gaming on it. But that would be, I think he just turned 9. So maybe when he hits a teenager, I might, if the channel still isn't doing enough, maybe it might go towards him to do something if he wants.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Even that, his ambitions, they come and go,
Well, what about you? Maybe we can get you into a Carrera track, man, and I bet Enzo would enjoy it more because you, my friend, can control the speed of his car through the CU.
Yeah, I've seen some tracks on there on Facebook. I was pricing. This is the last time I was on. I was looking at the prices on that. And I see them come up. I don't know if I want to do it.
Let me know before you buy any Carrera anything. Let me know. There's tons of people now who will make sure that you get what you need, brother, for sure. You should actually.
Oh yeah, I will.
You should join us on Slot Yards, actually, Discord. Maybe maybe you can get your blood flowing again for it. You know what I mean? Like, I get your point, bro. I know where you are. Like, I know that feeling where it's just sort of like, I'm sure in my mind, every once in a while, I think, oh, there are tons of better things I could be doing. Like I'm kind of wasting my time, sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I get rid of take out the transformers out of that room, I would probably use that room for it, because where I used to film out here now, it's all just for the music. So it's just totally revamped. Like where I got the camera right now is where the racetrack used to be on the floor.
Right. Yeah.
It's just everything else is all just guitars and everything.
Oh yeah. You were sitting right where your track used to be. Hey.
Yeah, literally. So I wanted my basement back, really. So, and I was going to keep the drag strip, but even the drag strip now, that's where I use the tingle from the guitars to work on them and open the cases up and everything and do things.
So, guys, what do you think? Can we get another HO guy into Carrera? What do you think in the comments, guys? Should Steve be doing Carrera or what? Anybody else want to see Steve make slot car videos? I do, and that's why I keep picking at him, because he's good at it. And it seems like wasted talent, slot car talent, bro, without having you on a weekly basis or a daily basis or what have you. Just not having you put out your content, doesn't work for me. We need to get you into something slot car. Carrera, like I said, join us on Slot Yards, the Discord, and then you could listen or watch, people post their stuff, talk about their stuff. There's a HO section in our Discord. So you don't have to be anything. You can just join in, have fun, right?
Yeah, I'll give us a thought. Like I said, it had to be in that the other room, which
yeah. And like I said,
it already got kind of reworked in there. One of the cats got into the ceiling area above me. You can see it fell through the ceiling and brought the whole ceiling down on all the.
Oh my gosh! I just watched that video.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
button, bro, you were talking about it. And this is what happens when there's like half
yeah.
your walls hanging down and shit. I'm like, whoa.
Oh man, it's actually for the better. It was all just insulation up there, and it was all just leftover mice from 30 years. So I had contractors come in and take all the ceiling down and it's redid the room. So the next thing is
Yeah.
to move the transformers out, and then yeah, if I get back into it, I definitely wouldn't do HO again though. It would
No.
be one of the larger scales for sure.
Yeah, and well, let me see. Steve, Chris says go for it. Absolutely,
Yeah,
no
I see
drama.
that.
Anthony, go for it. Steve, Jay, you know Jay. Jay's been with us for a while now, watching
Yep.
our videos. He's in for it, bro. You got look at. Okay, there's only 5 people here right now, and 6 of them just said they want you to make videos. But yeah, apparently you're missed in the community, brother, and there's no question about it. You're a really
Yeah,
good.
thank everyone. I really appreciate everyone's support and
And I
remembering me. It's been so
this
long.
might help you too to maybe get Enzo into it, because there is with Carrera Digital, there's a lot of things that might interest him as a a younger kid. Certainly the main point is you can tune the car, you can tone it down for him, right? So it's more comfortable. That's what I like about Carrera. They've thought about that. They've thought about the young racers, and of course, if you just start off with the Evolution, everyone will suggest that you probably just buy a digital set right away, because a digital set is where you'll probably end up. That's the lane changing. That's the 6 cars on the track at once. That's your gas ups. That's your everything is digital on the TV that you're screen sharing. So, and you have the choice wireless controllers, so you don't have to worry. I know Enzo likes to move around a little bit, but you got these, cool wireless controllers.
Yep.
Or you can, have right.
Cool. Yep.
This is True Speed, $80 American, 75. That's the right cost, and you can walk around with this. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But I understand kids will do what they do. They'll do their thing. My nephew, today he wants to do this. Tomorrow he wants to do that. He wants to play this game, and then the next couple weeks later, his friend's playing that game. So now that's what he has to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then even the filming, working with kids. I'm sure I didn't help some of his ambitions at all. Kind of, I hear him running around. Help him, having to redo take after take after take. That would wear him out, to say the least.
And hey, let's face it, as adults too, when we're trying to do our shots and stuff,
Yep, here it comes.
the biggest one is being ready to roll, start the camera. Okay, we're good. Okay, forgot to turn the power on the set. Hey Enzo, how you doing, brother?
Good.
Awesome, man. Good to see you. Holy cow, look how big you are.
Yeah, he's big dude now.
Nice.
Punch it. They want you to slot car race again. They want you to get in the bigger cars, not the little ones anymore.
How about these cars, Enzo?
You see over here?
Look at this. Hang on.
They're much bigger. They're the size of the Transformers.
Look at this, bro.
Those are really big.
It's set up in the Transformer room on a racetrack.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Super fun to drive.
They look a lot nicer. There's a lot more options. I would be making non-stop Autobots and out of them, all of them, at that size.
Right? And yeah, the best part about it too is the Carrera cars are made to take a beating.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and you're American too, so everything's going to be good price. But like I said, I got many people now who can get you hooked up with some really cost-effective Carrera buying. So, yeah. But yeah, the cars look great. You can do a lot of stuff with it. I can go on forever. There's other people who are way more into it and stuff, like Carrera Joe. He's actually digging into the programming side of things and that kind of thing. So It's nice to have those people. That's sort of the highlight about
So
street.
I mean, you could set a program in the car, in the chips in the car.
Yeah.
So you're just fine tuning it like a real car.
You see, with Carrera, you can set the cars to be ghost cars too, right? So if you don't have any friends, some people don't have friends.
Oh, so instead of like rigging the controller, you could just program the car to run at whatever miles an hour and just keep a pace going.
Pick 5 cars that you want to run as ghost cars, and you drive the 6th car. You test your skill by driving around those cars on the track. And don't forget, those cars are changing lanes too. So they're not always going to be static in the same lane. That's a good thing too, right? So it's, like when I decided to also partake in larger scale, of course, Carrera is instantly the first thing that, Carrera's got good stuff. Carrera has good track product because it's a 124 scale track for 132 cars, right? Leaves plenty of room.
He's off the bed.
Oh, right on. Yeah, so well, one day, brother, sooner or later you're gonna probably want a controller in your hand again, and
like I said, if I do that with the other room, if we get rid of the Transformers, I'm thinking this Christmas. That's when that market gets hot again. That's when I plan on moving all of it.
Yeah.
It's also a matter of Enzo because I've lost the attachment to them. He doesn't touch them, but he's still sentimentally. I think there's some lingering. I don't want to sell them all yet, but and reality is no one's been in that room for 8 months. It's just sitting there, so it's like we could.
I think there's another Transformers movie coming out soon, isn't there?
Yeah, there is one. It looks pretty good actually.
Origins, I think it's called.
Transformers 1.
1, yeah. 1, yeah.
Yeah,
so
it looks good.
Your opportunity.
He wanted to go see it, so I'm excited to take him. And I just like doing it. He's getting to that point now where he's getting older. I think I got to start taking more advantage of every time he has to do something because I know one day that's going to stop.
Yeah.
So every chance I get now when he has to do something, I might even initially say I'm a little too busy, and then 2 minutes later I'm like, all right, let's go. I remember that to stay with him and do things. It was recently with a game. He wanted to do something, and I literally just ready to sit down. I'm like, all right, let's go do it. And it was good. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome, man. Right on. Yeah, there's just so much more, and as soon as you get your first Carrera digital track, brother, you'll be like, HO what?
Oh yeah, I know. I've seen it. If I've been watching. If I did anything, I'd probably buy someone's collection they're selling on Facebook. I've seen a lot in the area.
Oh,
but
yeah.
They want the I don't really want to sell it price still, Where I'm looking at it like, yeah, I'd go about half that for you,
Yeah. Well, it's good timing too because people like $65 Carrera car new is a really awesome price right now. And that's Canadian, so I don't know what that would be American, like $50, $48, somewhere around there. So for a Carrera car, I think $48 is actually pretty primo supremo, if you know what I mean. And Raul from Conquest Racing, he's selling a large portion of his Carrera collection right now. So that gives
good.
More opportunities.
Is he on the chat tonight?
He was earlier, like at the very beginning.
Is he selling it is he using like eBay or is he just kind of like winging it?
No, he's got an eBay account.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's the way to go with it.
Yeah, it's the best way. That's how I got rid of my stuff too. It's the easiest way. Shipping's cheap.
Yeah. The stuff I was looking at before, I mean, it was like over $1,000 for what the guy had, the track and everything, and the cars, and I was like, I don't really see that much value there when I was looking at it. But again, he had like a pool table size track layout, and there's cars and stuff. I'm like, yeah, no. I'd almost want to build it from scratch again almost and work up to it. Again, from like content wise, what am I gonna, what am I filming? I don't want to buy just a ready to go plug and play track though either. I would immediately be bored with it too. If from that.
Sorry, brother. I
No,
really,
it's good. I was just saying, if I bought like something that was like a plug and play, that was the main thing. Like I got even bored with the track I had. I
yeah,
constantly changed the track. A lot of people were saying at the time, buy a Viper track. I'm like, but then I'm locked into one thing, and I'm going to be bored with it in like a month
that's right.
doing that.
That's a good thing about Carrera. Actually, it's very accessible to change up. It's kind of like AFX, where it's just ease of click kind of thing, and then you slide the red tabs into the special slots, which kind of locks
Mhm.
the track together, right? So it's good setup, good system.
I was surprised more people didn't do what I did. I had a lot of people ask me, "Where did you get that the racetrack I had, and where'd you get that?" I'm like, I built it. I put it together.
Mhm.
It was just, where do I get the schematic for it? I was like, I just assembled it. I didn't buy it like this. It just started, what worked, what didn't. I thought more people. That's how I did my whole childhood, though. I just had track. I would make a racetrack. I never built the same thing twice on the racetrack.
Yeah.
But I guess I was in the minority maybe, because it seemed like a lot of people like, what the picture on the box is what I got on the floor. Always, And it's like, oh yeah, I would be bored out of my mind after like 5 laps. We gotta jazz this thing up. I need spirals and bridges and lights and all types of crap.
Oh yeah, just interesting stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Greg from Clearwater here. He's not a spring chicken, and he's talking about having to get up on his table, crawl around to change his layout. So I keep telling him he's gonna have to film it live and let us all watch him crawl around his slot car table like a stripper at a strip club.
I just saw this new thing. You made me think of this. It'd be great for him for working on an F-150 truck, for example. It's a ladder with a creeper. A creeper is what the mechanics lay on the ground.
Yeah.
But you lay on it, and it does an L, so it hovers you over the engine, floating, so you can sit there and be right on top of the engine on a ladder on the creeper.
Right.
That would be perfect for the slot car track, where if you got one so big where if you got no way to go under the table, come up in the middle, you could just use that, lay it down, and you're floating over the track working on it. That'd be kind of cool.
Very cool. Here, Anthony, if you decide to start climbing on your table, I'm asking you to please record it. This I gotta see. I always love watching grown men try and do young men things, and crawling around on objects that are off the ground is always good for a good video watch. Always. Greg and Anthony, bring it on, guys. I want to see that. Oh, looks like Greg's interested. Where can he get this contraption you're talking about?
I can probably search for it real quick. I saw it on on a channel called Donut. It's a car channel, and I saw the ad on there for it. They were showing it off.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if I could find that. I'll try and look.
Yeah, climbing on the table sucks, man. Nobody really likes it. My brain warns me I'm not 20 anymore.
Yeah, right. I don't know what it would even be called. Yeah. It'll take some searching. But yeah, it's out there. It exists. It's pretty cool.
The weirdest thing.
What's next for you, Dan, as far as the track goes and everything? You just have the HO drag strip still, or did you get rid of that?
No, I have that. It's still here. I'm not sure for how much longer. Somebody who actually watched your videos ended up buying the Sick Dragon.
Recently?
Yeah.
Really? Because I had someone reach out before too. I'm like, don't do it, because I think it's defunct now.
That's the guy who got a hold of me. He was severely interested in owning the one that I had because I told him the story of what was going on with Sick Dragon.
Yeah.
And he was totally blown away by the fact that, see, he was almost in the case where he was going to lose his money too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In fact, at the point where he bought mine, they still owed him for the system that he paid them for. And I was certain I was going to be ripped off by them too, because the one that I had ordered, they canceled my order and refunded my money the day that
the other Arizona guy, he had the drag strip. Yeah, I remember that.
And he bought. They sold him mine and refunded my money on the exact same day. Now, I couldn't get a hold of them for a few days leading up to that either. So sketchy's going on. They're no longer in business or what have you. This guy said he couldn't get a hold of them. They wouldn't return his calls. So I said, when I finally take it down and decide to sell it, well, I'll let him know. So I sold it to him.
You got the spare one too, right? The tower?
Yeah, I gave him the spare tower because there's no sense me having it. I said it's probably just a soldering issue or what have you. Maybe if you looked in the box, he could figure it out. But he's literally got enough to do 2 single-lane slot car tracks if he can get that the main head, because there were 2 main heads, one didn't work. There were 2 timing trees, and only one was being used. And they both were new, or the one that wasn't used was still new. So there's double set of sensors. So if you had a single AFX track and only wanted to time a single laps, then you have 2 full setups there for you, assuming you can get the head working on the other one.
The head was really easy to fix. It was just 3 pins that I had to. It was this heavy chip, and it had a heatsink on it, and it was so heavy that it must have rattled and it just popped out. So I put some glue on it to glue it to the board, and then I soldered the pins to make sure that it wouldn't do that again. The one when I sent you the second one, and it seemed to work.
Yeah,
but it was I mean, the whole thing was just in my hand when I opened up the box. Like, oh, that goes right here. You can easily see on the board where it plugged in. You know?
Oh, geez, really like that? Oh my gosh! So
yep.
Oh, well, that was good. That was good. What do we got, Robert? I think our climbing on table days are behind us, Anthony. No kidding. Or if you have to get under your slot car table, oh boy.
That's even worse. Like my knees, getting on anything now is just, it's just, oh my God, I need a pillow. I can't put my knees on the... From
something is I think a little easier than getting up off the floor.
Yeah.
You know your old when, right? Oh my gosh, I'll never get back up. I've fallen and I'm not getting back up. It's just a choice.
And it was just I didn't wire loom the wires under that racetrack under there, so the cats would go through there. If one of them got hung up, it was just rip everything out. Like the cat would rip it all out, trying to get free, and then I got to shove it all back in and readjust the track and everything.
It's like my dogs with the drag strip. There was one piece that hung down, and every time I taped it up, it would fall back down. And my boys like to run laps, chasing each other around our huge basement. And every once in a while, one of them will catch that loop that's hanging down. And all I hear is cords flying everywhere. Of course, slot cars always,
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they keep it interesting for sure.
Yeah. Clearwater. Greg, are you planning on doing some lives in the next little bit?
Does he have a channel?
That's a cool idea. I have 2 new knees. Oh my gosh.
Ow.
So you had ACL or MCL surgery? Is that right? Did I say that right? MCL? ACL? Oh, I know ACL's one.
Is that your neck? I thought that was your ankle. I don't know. I'm not good with anatomy.
All right, guys. Well, we've been on for almost 2.5 hours now, and I think we've pretty much covered the subjects for tonight. Gone over a few more. I had a pretty good conversation with our good friend Steve here from Stockpile Hobbies.
Yeah, sorry for being late.
Everybody, when you got a free moment in your daily life, and you're looking to look at a slot car video, go check out Steve at Stockpile Hobbies.
You're too kind.
Comment. Make sure you give him a thumbs up. Okay? and make sure you comment you want to see him in large scale, okay? Everyone go visit Steve and leave a comment on any video you would like of his and let him know you want to see him in large scale.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it.
Come on now. So, to reiterate tonight, I want to thank everyone for joining tonight. Make sure you catch us next Monday. In the next day or two, I'll find some exciting issues to deal with. And, what's coming up this week? Okay, quick recap. What's coming up this week? So we'll be getting into the Badman, as you can see. I'll be doing a review on that right away. Very soon, the silver GT Mustang Shelby GT 500 will be here, and so will the GT. Oh my gosh, trying to remember all these numbers. GT 350 Donahue will also be here by AFX. So as usual, guys, absolutely thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for being part of our great community, and just remember, when you got nothing to do, check out a slot car video. And remember, we're all checking out Steve's slot car videos this week. Remember to leave a message. We'll see you
Do
all
the same for Dan, guys. Keep
Thanks,
supporting
guys.
him.